Peace world. I am Chris. I hope you are all as well as you can be. I know many of us are mourning and grieving and um, experiencing many emotions, much sadness in regards to the massacre that occurred at Post nightclub in Orlando. Um, I wanted to, comment on that a little bit and kind of speak in a way that maybe many of you have not heard me speak in before. I consider myself to be a a man of consciousness, um, someone who's always learning, um, and someone who's constantly being revealed truth and wisdom. Um, but I don't necessarily always share my wisdom. I think it's because I fear being Kanye, to be honest. What I mean by that is, um, Kanye West um, is this guy who is becoming known for, these rants. And a lot of times people ridicule him for that. Um, but if you really listen to him, he's definitely a conscious brother living in a chaotic world, especially being a celebrity. So I always fear, being Kanye. I don't like, doesn't feel good when you reveal truth and you're seen as crazy. Um, but it's getting to the point now where I really don't care. Those who receive it, I hope you receive it and take it and pass it on, pass it forward. Um, those who do not, I'll keep you in my prayers because I still love you. um, but I wanted to say this. I'm deeply saddened, by the events that occurred. Um, so many lives, so many lives have been turned upside down because of this. Um, but to be honest, I am not surprised. I am not shocked. Um, I can't ignore the fact that historically people of color have been targets of violence, especially here in America, in the United States of America. Um, that's a fact. History proves it, and we keep repeating history. I feel like we keep repeating history because we keep doing the same things. Yes, we've passed laws and people have more rights, but I believe that as human beings, we need to love more. Recently, if you've been following me on Facebook, a status that I've posted several times is the answer is love, and it really is. Love is so simple, but we as adults complicate it with aggressions and envy and hatred, phobias and isms. When we're children, we love freely and unconditionally. It's not about um, if you're white and I'm black, or if you're Muslim and I'm Christian. It's about connection. It's truly a free love, and I feel like something happens when we become adults. We're taught, all of these things to fear. We're taught hatred. I feel like hatred is parasitic energy, and it's eating and feeding off of this planet and off of us. I don't things in the bigger sense of things, I feel like it's not about electing candidates and enforcing laws, passing new laws. To me, it's simply about loving. I feel like if we loved more, suicide rates would go down. If we loved more, opportunity would become equal. If we loved more, there would be no poverty. You would be able to go to your neighbor and ask for help and receive. We have the power to change everything. But love has to be a stronger voice than hate. And right now it's not. They say, a lot of people, they talk about karma, energy, and they say what you put out, you'll get back. That's not just an individual thing. We are all beings of energy, and energy is all connected. So if the majority of us are putting out hate is always going to come back. We're always going to have catastrophe. There's always going to be a high school shooting. There's always going to be a hospital bombing. There's always going to be terrorism, because there's no love. Or rather, it's because we're letting hate speak louder than love. I feel that hate is always going to exist, but I feel that it can be extinguished with love. I feel like maybe there needs to be some type of neo hippie movement um, that manifests, you know, uh, like they did, during the days of Woodstock, just without the hallucinogens and unprotected sex. But, love is my religion, and I think it needs to be all of ours. And if you are really dedicated to whatever religion you're attached to, it should be, it is, you know. Um, I don't know any religion that preaches hate, you know. Love is the answer. You know, I feel like those those who are gifted, those who are in touch with energy, and those spiritual leaders that we have, imams and preachers and reverends and rabbis, all need to just come collectively together and really commit and dedicate time to reframing the energy um, that so many are putting out. Love needs to be a greater voice than hate. You know, um, I personally um, am greatly saddened by what has happened, um, but I refuse to live in fear. I love LGBTQ clubs. Those who know me know that I love dancing. I love the club scene, and I'm going to continue to go. You know, um, I enjoy pride events. You know, um, I'm more of a black pride type of guy, but you'll catch me um, at the pride events. Just 2 years ago, I was a grand marshal at Philly Pride. You know, um, it's not going to stop me. If I let it stop me, then hate wins, terror wins, you know, fear wins. Um, this incident for me personally just makes me want to celebrate myself even harder, love even harder. Um, yeah, I'm not going to let hate win. I'm not going to live my life in fear. Um, I feel that I'm here for a reason. And when it's my time to go, it'll be my time to go. Um, but I can't let hate win. And, if anybody is wondering, what can we do? What can we do? The answer is love. Until that happens, nothing's going to change.